Well, I'm glad to see you and glad to see these glads. Over the next couple of days, we're going to create some beautiful arrangements using these beautiful gladiolus from Gladaway Gardens. My friend Bonnie, we've been friends for a long time, and she's just amazing. She's a great, great, great person. And I saw some beautiful arrangements she was making online of the gladiolas, and it made me think, hey, I need to get a hamper of glads in, and we should do some glad arrangements here on these live broadcasts. So we're going to do that. And so they arrived today. I got 2 half hampers today. So if you're not familiar with glads, they come in a box that's about this square, and it's about this tall. And they ship on truck because glads are heavy, okay? They have big fat stems and they're very heavy, and they come in tight. I picked these up this morning about 10 o'clock. I put them in water, and right now it's about 3 o'clock, okay? And so I put them in water with my Chrysal Professional 3. And I just wanted to talk to you about getting your glads ready and what we do to get them ready for arranging. So I used my perconas. I filled them up nice and deep with water because one of the things is these glads are dry, so they're going to be thirsty, right? I used ice cold water right out of the tap. And then I added my Chrysal Professional 3. The great part about the Chrysal Professional 3 is that it has sugars in it, and that's food for the flowers. And so what that's going to do is it's going to keep our foliage green. It's going to keep all of these buds opening and starting to progress. And it's so funny. When I took these out of the box at 10 o'clock, I could hardly tell what colors they were. There was a little bit of color showing on them, but there were labels on them from Bonny. And so these have now been in, so let's say 11, 12, 1, 2, 3 o'clock. So they've been in about 5 hours. They started off with water up about here. It's down about here right now. What I did was I took them out. I cut the bands on them. I cut them with my bypass cutter. So I'll just grab one here. And again, what I did was I cut it at an angle like that, and then immediately into my water, okay? So that's what we want to do with them, is we want to make sure that they go immediately into the Chrysal Professional 3. Now I'm going to leave these at room temperature so that they're going to start to open up. And you can see already, look at this. I mean, there was no color showing this morning when I took these out of the box. And look at this guy. Already those glads are opening up. Now, one of the other tricks that I use for my glads is to force these blooms to open a little bit faster. I will take and tip the glads. So what you can see is, here's the apical dominance of it, and I've got buds up here, 1, 2 buds there, and what I'll do is I'll just reach in there and pinch out and take that tip out of my glads. Now, this is something that I learned a long time ago. We used to grow glads at my family's greenhouse, and we knew that doing that would then cause a surge of ethylene in this flower, and it's going to make it open up faster. So that's an important thing. Now, what I can do is I can just go through here, and I can tip those glads. And I know I have some friends who are like, oh, I don't like to tip them. I do like to tip them because then I'm sure that they're going to bloom all the way to the end. And these beautiful glads from Gladaway are going to be gorgeous for some of the projects that we're going to do. Okay, so just tipping them. You know, it's kind of therapeutic. It's a little bit like deadheading, you know. And so I'm just taking off those top 1 or 2 or 3, and that ethylene surge is going to go up the stem, and it's going to cause the flowers to open up faster. Okay. And so that's the tipping. The tip is to tip the glads. All right. And you get the idea. But you know what? Once you get started, you can't stop. It's kind of like, you know, I don't know, whatever. You can't stop. And I just want to make sure I get everybody in this bucket. And so when I come back to utilize these for my arrangements and stuff, I still got a couple more up there I got to grab. But, you know, okay. So I have my tips. I throw those away, okay? Then It's going to help. That ethylene surge is going to create suction, which is going to bring that up. And the Chrysal Professional 3, the food in the water, is going to open up those blooms. And we're going to do some really cool projects with these. We're going to do a topiary. We're going to make a glamelia, one of my favorites, because you can't have glads and not make a glamelia. But I want to show you some other projects we're going to do with that too. So over the next couple of days, I'm going to film those for you. We'll be putting them up online. You'll be able to watch them. I'll host them as we release them so that we can chat about them and you can ask questions. But I love my glads. And again, special thanks to my friend Bonny at Gladiolus Gardens for sending these. And we're going to learn more about glads in these video series from Gladiolus Gardens, okay? So let's let these guys open up. I got lavender ones back here. I have yellow ones. I have red ones. I have orange ones. And I have white ones that you can't see. They're in a bucket right over there. So we're going to let those open up and we're going to do some fun things with them. So until I see you next time, keep having fun with flowers.